All right, back to anatomy. What are we looking at? Quadrangular space. What a good name. What is it? This area. But who cares? Let's look at muscles. But first, let's kind of get a general overview of what we're looking at. Humerus here is faded out. Scapula is faded out. But we got some muscles here that are attached. So here, looking at the superior side, start with the teres minor, and it pulls that way. Don't worry about the attachments yet. Don't worry about the actions, just kind of get a general feel for it. Here on the lower side, teres major. It does come around the front here, but it pulls this way. Here we have the triceps. It pulls this way. Subscap, kind of the background here, it pulls this way. Coracobrachialis is hidden in the back. We'll look at that next. But first, let's go over the nerves real quick. If you remember from the brachial plexus, teres minor. What is that? Axillary nerve. These two are together. They are the subscapular nerves. Teres major is only lower. A subscap is lower and upper. Triceps here, radial nerve, 5, 6, and 7. Also 5, 6, and 7 is coracobrachialis, but that is musculocutaneous. Now let's look at the other side. We're going to add in the nerves here. So this pink one here, we can see it go to the teres minor. It's obviously the axillary and the deltoid. Here we have a big old artery, big old name. Who cares? It's there. Here we have the coracobrachialis. And it goes down there. We'll worry about that later. Subscap goes this way. Teres major in the front, like we said, goes this way. So now we got a general view of it. Let's kind of go over the actions. Starting on the back side. Here, teres minor. This is doing external rotation because it's pulling the back of the humerus. Again, infraspinatus is also here, doing the same thing. When we look at the triceps here, it doesn't really do much on the shoulder, but it does do elbow extension. See the teres major here, but we'll worry about that next slide. All right, front side, coracobrachialis. We can see it there. What is it doing? So an adduction and flexion. What else do we have here? Subscap. It's going this way. What does that do? Internal rotation, because it's pulling the humerus here. What else do we have? Teres major. Like we said, wraps around the front, goes this way. So it does two things. Internal rotation, because it's rotating the humerus, and adduction, because it's pulling it back towards the body. All right, now, attachment sites. This is where it gets kind of nitty-gritty, but it's not too bad, actually. All these things we already know. So we'll start here with the teres major and teres minor. So teres major, again, it starts here, scapula. This is the inferior angle. Here, this is just the lateral border. So we know the scapula is here, we can figure that out. Here, it's up on the humerus. That's the greater tubercle. Again, this is where the infraspinatus goes and also the supraspinatus. Down here, teres major. Where does it go to? It goes intertubing. Intertubercular sulcus. That's a fun word to say. All right, what else do we have? Triceps. So the long head here comes up to the infraglenoid tubercle. Remember, that's below the glenoid cavity. And it goes down to the olecranon, but that's too far away for me to take a picture of. So, who cares? Let's look at the front side. Again, coracobrachialis. Where does that go? The coracoid process. Difficult. But it comes down here, and it's just on the middle of the humerus, the middle third, they call it. What else do we have? Subscap. It's here. This is the lesser tubercle because it's by itself. It doesn't have any friends like over here. Remember, it goes over here, and its proximal site subscapular fossa in its name. Okay, now some bonus material. So here's just a visual of the suprascapular nerve. The acromion here, the nerve comes down around, it goes to the infraspinatus and the supraspinatus. We know that from the brachial plexus diagram. Here we have the subacromial space. Here's the acromion. Sub, below. Here we go, two bursas. Subacromial, subdeltoid. Here we have a couple ligaments. Both of these come from the coracoid. This one goes to the humerus. This one goes to the acromion. Last one here is the joint capsule, this whole big thing. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper for the next slide. Here we have the glenohumeral ligaments. They're on the side here. Superior, middle, inferior. Under the joint capsule, we have this whole membrane. And here you can kind of see the biceps. That's the tendon sheath, transverse humeral ligament. There we go. Now go take the Kahoot.